now, Hugh Bourke, after the Adare's win over Father Cases. You back into another county final, but you had to really dig deep going into extra time. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, we really had to earn it. We just spoke there. We had to, I suppose, win it a couple of times. You know, we thought we had done enough. We had a 5 or 6 point lead, and in fairness to Father Cases, they're kind of young lads that never gave up and put us under pressure. And you know, you gave away a penalty in the last score of the game. It's tough to take, but in fairness to ourselves, we stayed positive. We didn't sulk, or we just moved on to the next job. And in fairness, there was a real doggedness in the second half, which, you know, you take a lot of pride in. You know, when your backs are against the wall, you know, you want to come out strong, and that's what we did.
Yeah, when you went into the dressing room after the 60 minutes, what was said there? I mean, when you were, as you said, 6 points up, 2 goals to the good, and Father Cases just got a bit of a run in you really and tied it up. But what was said there to reset yourself, because you seem to be a lot more composed maybe in the next 20 minutes of action?
Well, we kind of just knew we were in a bit of a dogfight and backs against the wall, and look, 1 or 2 lads were kind of a bit annoyed coming in, but we kind of just set the tone straight away. Within 30 seconds we were like, next job, we can't let this take our attention, because, you know, we've the season on the line here. So we kind of just said we had to regroup, and we had to really show what we're capable of. We had a good bench that only probably played 15-20 minutes of that second half, so we needed to rely on them to really add a bit more legs in extra time. And you know, we've experienced heads, and we kind of know what it takes to get over these tough games, and we just had to rely on that.
I saw you as a frustrated figure last year, not being able to play in club football. You know, I think you had a bit of a shoulder problem that really hampered your year. How good is it to get back? You were pretty sharp in front of goal now, I think it's fair to say, but you set up Davies' goal as well. How good is it to be back to a bit of form and back into a bit of a routine in terms of playing?
Yeah, I suppose you don't know how good you have it until you miss it. And I suppose watching last year, you know, it's a very different summer really when you're not involved, and you know, it gets to October and the lads are gearing up for county finals, and you're doing running, hoping that someday in the future you'll be getting back. So, you know, just to be in the middle of it, you know, it's a lot easier. You know, I'm not great at watching games. You know, you overthink it, you get probably more nervous, but when you're in the moment, you know, you don't have time to be overthinking it and things like that. So just, you know, I suppose some things went my way today, and it's nice to be able to contribute, but you know, it's just getting it back on the pitch and having some better control of the outcome is enjoyable.
Yeah, obviously we don't know who you'll be playing yet, but there's a possibility of 3 in a row finals against Newcastle West. The fact that you've lost the last 2 regardless of the opposition, you must be really motivated to get this one right this time around. Yeah,
I suppose losing the finals, it's, you know, it fuels you for the winter and, you know, for the early months of the year. But you know, we won't feel too sorry for ourselves. There was only a kick of the ball in both those finals, and in fairness to Newcastle West, they just, you know, they won those key moments, and you know, they lifted the cup. But you know, it's no foregone conclusion them playing Newcastle West. It's Moline, it's a 50-50 game in my eyes. Both teams are very strong, very well matched, and you know, it's going to be, I suppose, a 50-50 final is the way I look at it, regardless of who we play. So you know, it definitely motivates us, but you know, we won't be falling in love with ourselves, because you know, we're kicking the ball away from being knocked out of the championship there today.
You're in year 2 with John Bruder and Pat Donnelly. Obviously you're going to have more experience of them next year with their coaching in Limerick. What do you think they've changed on the field and off the field from management maybe that you've had since you came back up senior?
Yeah, they're you know, they would have had a bit of experience winning with Drumbroadford, and you know, they're fairly ruthless. That you can see in the energy, they really want to win. But in fairness to them, they're very forward thinking. You know, they do think about the game deeply. They're well able to take the players' opinions as well, and you kind of you know, the things that we're doing are very different, I suppose, to maybe what other clubs may be doing or what we've done in the past. You know, it is forward thinking, and I would say that bit of innovation and I suppose putting pressure on their skills, that's really what they're kind of bringing. And you know, they're invested in this as much as we are. They love it. You can see the energy they have every time they go to training. So yeah, they've been a great asset, and you know, I'll be looking forward to working with them in Limerick as well.
Perfect.